Hello, and welcome to the Love is Stronger Than Fear podcast. I'm Amy Julia Becker, and this is Season 1, Prepare Him Room, Advent Reflections. I'm so happy you're here with me to consider what happens when God shows up in the midst of the eggnog, gift wrap, holiday cards, tinsel, and let's be honest, the stress and the joy of this time of year. Thank you for listening. This is the podcast for December 9th, Holy Questions. We're going to read a longer portion today from Luke's Gospel, chapter 1, verses 5 through 25 from the New International Version. In the time of Herod, king of Judea, there was a priest named Zechariah, who belonged to the priestly division of Abijah. His wife Elizabeth was also a descendant of Aaron. Both of them were righteous in the sight of God, observing all the Lord's commands and decrees blamelessly. But they were childless, because Elizabeth was not able to conceive, and they were both very old. Once, when Zechariah's division was on duty and he was serving as a priest before God, he was chosen by lot, according to the custom of the priesthood, to go into the temple of the Lord and burn incense. And when the time for the burning of incense came, all the assembled worshippers were praying outside. Then an angel of the Lord appeared to him, standing at the right side of the altar of incense. When Zechariah saw him, he was startled and was gripped with fear. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to call him John. He will be a joy and a delight to you, and many will rejoice because of his birth, for he will be great in the sight of the Lord. He is never to take wine or other fermented drink, and he will be filled with the Holy Spirit even before he is born. He will bring back many of the people of Israel to the Lord their God. And he will go on before the Lord in the spirit and power of Elijah to turn the hearts of the parents to their children and the disobedient to the wisdom of the righteous, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord." Zechariah asked the angel, "How can I be sure of this? I am an old man, and my wife is well along in years." The angel said to him, "I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I have been sent to speak to you and to tell you this good news. And now you will be silent and not able to speak until the day this happens, because you did not believe my words, which will come true at their appointed time." Meanwhile, the people were waiting for Zechariah and wondering why he stayed so long in the temple. When he came out, he could not speak to them. They realized he had seen a vision in the temple, for he kept making signs to them, but remained unable to speak. When his time of service was completed, he returned home. After this, his wife Elizabeth became pregnant, and for 5 months remained in seclusion. "The Lord has done this for me," she said. "In these days he has shown his favor and taken away my disgrace among the people." I believe a credible intellectual defense of the basic tenets of Christianity exists. But I also believe a credible intellectual defense of the basic tenets of atheism exists. And when I start to think about these stories of a baby born of a virgin, of a God who became a human being, of a man who was God, who took away the separation of sin and guilt through his death, of a man who was God, who died and then arose from the grave, of a promise that the entire world will one day taste that same resurrection, will one day become the kingdom of heaven, well, I have my own set of questions for each one of those claims. On some days, my questions are healthy and sincere. Some days my questions are just a way to avoid the God in whom I say I believe. I think of the way my kids ask questions. Sometimes they arise out of sincere curiosity. Penny asking what tearfully means when we read together. Merrily asking, "Where's my daddy?" when she wakes up in the morning. William wondering how a musician is able to repeat the same rhythm on the drums throughout a song. But sometimes they ask questions in an attempt to divert or distract me. The whiny, "Can you do it for me?" The, "But Mommy, why can't we have a cookie for breakfast?" The repetitive, "When are we going to get there?" In my questions for God, I'm like my kids, sometimes sincere in my doubts, other times whiny, repetitive, insistent, often not even asking God directly, but allowing my doubts to protect me from talking to God or listening to God at all. Maybe Zechariah was like me. Maybe he went into the temple to do his priestly duty, but the years of Elizabeth's barrenness had cracked his faith until he wasn't sure of anything anymore. When the angel showed up, he asked a question that protected him from hoping, again, that Elizabeth would give birth. But God did not give in to Zechariah's self-defense. Instead, he silenced Zechariah, and Elizabeth got pregnant. For me, for Zechariah, God keeps showing up, keeps walking through the door, keeps surprising us by faithful love. Not by giving us an ideology that competes intellectually with all the other ideologies, though there is that, but by giving us experiences of love and grace and truth and answered prayer. Sometimes the answers are simple ones that could just be happenstance. But sometimes there's enough happenstance for me to believe God has been at work again.
Thanks for listening to Season 1 of the Love is Stronger Than Fear podcast, Prepare Him Room. For more information, including a free PDF version of Prepare Him Room, go to www.amyjuliabecker.com. While you're there, you can also find out about Amy Julia's books, White Picket Fences, Small Talk, and A Good and Perfect Gift, and when she'll be speaking in your area. Thanks again for listening, and please do consider reviewing this podcast wherever you got it, and please share it with someone else who might enjoy it.